comfortable seat. So those of you that want to, you can either sit on a blanket or a cushion, if that feels good for you. Sometimes sitting on, and I've just ordered a meditation cushion actually to work with at home. When we find our Sukhasana, pose of ease, often we might find that the legs are quite high up, and then over time, and I've noticed with quite a few of you, that the knees start to release down a little bit. They start to go a little bit lower. When they do get to the floor, obviously there's nowhere else for them to go. So if you then start to use a block, it means that your knees can come down a little bit more. So you can kind of extend into the pose a little bit more. So if you're looking to work a bit more through those hip flexors and just get a little bit more opening into the hips, and you find that the knees are on the floor, then start to lift the bottom, and it just gives you again somewhere to go with it. Also, it helps if you look to the side, when you've got this block underneath you, it helps to lift up through the lower back a little bit. So it can make you have a nice straighter back and just help you to get that slightly more upright position. Okay, so we're coming into Sukhasana, ease. Sukha meaning ease, as in Sukhastiram, ease and strength. We're just going to allow those sit bones just to relax down and let go of the legs. Now, just draw your shoulders up towards your ears, and then just allow them to melt down the back nice and slowly, and lift the crown of the head. And we're going to just find a focus now. So I want you to just lower the eyelashes maybe a little bit, and look maybe about 6 feet in front of you. Just resting your gaze nice and softly. Or if it feels good for you, you can close the eyes. Lovely. The hands are just relaxing on the knees. Lovely. And we're going to just take a moment to settle into our practice. Just allow everything to relax and soften down. And just begin to listen to your breathing. Notice where your breathing is today. Notice if it feels maybe a little bit shallow, or maybe you've had a busy morning, so it might be a little bit quicker and a bit faster. And we're going to focus on that lift through the chest. So just bringing the chest up a little bit, lifting through the crown of the head and finding a lovely long length through your back. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax those shoulders, relax the arms. And just bring your awareness to your lungs. Notice as you breathe in that nice steady filling of the lungs. And then as you breathe out, see if you can equalize that breath and match the breath. Really nice, well done. Breathing in and breathing out. Switching off any tension through your legs and through your arms. And finding a softness through your face. So really try and melt away between the eyebrows. Find a nice smoothness through the forehead. And allow any tension that you might have in the jaws just to release. Staying connected with your breathing, just notice as the body starts to relax, maybe the mind starts to quieten a little bit. connect with our centre of love and compassion. Closing the eyes for a moment, and you can either work with any sankalpa or any intentions that you want to work with or that you work with on a regular basis, or I've chosen a card today. And so mine today is I'm grateful for Mother Nature and all she provides. So just focusing for a moment on that thought. Breathing in and breathing out. And then one more breath in here. As we exhale, just allow the hands to gently come back down to the knees. We're just going to pick up the hands for a moment, just wriggle the fingers a little bit. Really nice. Turn the palms facing upwards, open the palms of the hands nice and wide, and then just draw the hands into a nice tight fist. Turn the palms downwards, and we're going to just gently rotate into those wrists. So a little bit of work through the wrists. Find that full range of movement. Really nice. And then take it back in the other direction if you want to. Nice. So just noticing any tightness that you might have in the fingers, in the palms of the hands, in the wrists. And then bring the palms facing upwards again. Open them nice and wide. Really spread your fingers as wide as you can. Gorgeous. We're going to take the right hand over to the left and just press gently into the heel of the hand. A little bit of work into the wrist there. Opening up the carpal tunnel here. Lovely. So work at your own pace. Make sure that you're finding that lovely connection into the wrist. And almost ease your way into it. Not struggling, there shouldn't be any pain there. And then we're going to come over onto the other side. So, a nice gentle tugging of those fingers and just softly press into the carpal tunnel. Nice. And release. We're going to gently shake through those fingers. Just let go. Really give them a good old shake. And then let's spend a little bit of time just massaging in and around the elbow, the forearms, lifting the muscle away from the bone a little bit. Lovely. And then a little bit of work into the hands, palms of the hands, fingers, before moving on to the other side. So again, a little bit of work into the elbows, around those forearms. Just see if you can lift up the muscle away from the bone. Good for hairdressers. And vets. Nice. Okay, and just pressing into the palms again. Really get a little bit of work going into those fingers, using the thumb just to kind of draw circles in and around those knuckle joints. Lovely. Beautiful. Final shake here. And then we're going to lift nice and tall. Breathe in, we're going to lift those shoulders up. Breathe out, relax the shoulders down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. And one more time. Inhale all the way up and exhale down. Arms gently come out to the side. See if you can touch your fingertips down to the floor. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. And then take a breath in as we lift the arms up. Beautiful. Palms together and then exhale all the way down. Lovely. Inhale up. And exhale down. And as we breathe in, we're really inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Finding that nice, gentle breath pattern as we roll the in-breath into the out-breath. Really nice. And exhale. One more time, bring those palms of the hands all the way up. Hold them there for a moment. Press the palms of the hands together and lift through the chest. I want you to draw your belly in a little bit and see if you can bring the arms up to the ears. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. We're going to clasp the hands together and then press up through the palms. And again, see if you can bring those arms so close to the ears that you can't hear me. So you block off your hearing. Lovely. One more breath in here. We're going to release the fingertips, allow them to come all the way down. Beautiful. Breath in, just to roll through those shoulders again. Inhaling, we're going to turn towards that right knee and just take the left hand over, right one comes behind. Breathe in as we lift through the crown of the head and breathe out, take a gentle turn through the chest. So remember, don't go rushing to as far as you can go. Maybe take it halfway to begin with. And then you've got a little bit of space to move into. Beautiful. Final breath in as you lift through the crown of the head. And exhale, bring it all the way back to the centre. Inhale, lift nice and tall, draw the belly in. Exhale, turn towards your left knee. You're going to take the hand over towards that knee. It can be in any of those ranges. It doesn't have to be right on the knee. Breathe in as we lift through the crown of the head. And then gently breathe out, turning the chest. Inhale. And exhale, another gentle turn. And then one more lovely deep breath in here. And exhale, we're going to come all the way back to the centre. Lovely. Change the cross of your legs for a moment. We're going to work a little bit into the other hip on that side as we try to press those knees down a little bit further. Draw your belly in. Again, find that lovely lift through the crown of the head and the chest is lifted. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. We're going to lift those arms all the way up. And again, just clasp the hands and press up towards the ceiling. Really nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. This time we're going to gently take it over to one side. Gentle stretch through the side of the body and then come back to the centre. Exhale all the way over to the other side. A nice stretch again. Keep pressing into the palms of the hands, connecting into your sit bones equally, and then all the way back to the centre. Lovely. Release the hands. Bring them behind. We're going to clasp the hands and just squeeze those shoulder blades together. Look up to where the ceiling meets the wall. Beautiful. Open the chest. One more breath in here and then exhale, release the hands. We're going to walk forwards and just see how far down we can go. So just rounding the back a little bit. And just for a moment, let go of the belly as well. Just release the belly down. Find that lovely rounding. See if the head wants to come maybe a little bit lower. Gentle pull into those hips, maybe pressing the sit bones down a little bit more. Lovely, one more breath in here and we're going to gently just walk the hands all the way back. Lovely, and then just releasing, if you've got a block underneath you, you can take it and put it to one side. And we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. And if, as you're sideways, you might want to all face inwards if that's okay. And Janet, you can choose wherever you want to be. Okay. So again, you've still got the use of the mirrors up at the other end of the wall. So you can just check out what's going on through your alignment for a moment, making sure the hands are under the shoulders and the knees are gently underneath the hips. Really good. Take a breath in. We're going to just lower the belly. Look up through the eyebrows, coming into cow pose. Exhale, draw your belly in, rounding your back. Lovely. Inhale as you release. Find that gentle curve through the lower back as you look up through the eyebrows. And exhale, draw the belly in, round your back. See if you can press up even higher than you would usually into those shoulders. Inhaling as you lower the belly again, look up through the eyebrows. And one more time, we're going to draw the belly in. Beautiful, lifting up. And then come back to neutral, walking the hands forwards a little bit. We're just going to round and circle those hips. So take the hips out to one side first, and then back towards your heels, around to the other side, and then lower them down. And remember, you can make this movement as strong as you want. So you might want to just keep a little circling going on if you've got anything going on through the belly or anything that's a bit painful through hips. Or you might want to make your base a little bit wider and lower the hips down, easing yourself back. Anywhere between those two. So lovely. And then we're going to start taking it into the other direction. So easing the hips out to the other side, all the way around. Really nice. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. And then when you feel you're done and equal on both sides, we're going to come back to the centre for a moment. Just take your right arm out to the side and exhale. Just allow that right shoulder, right ear to come down to the floor. Just a bit of a gentle stretch into your shoulders. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. See if you can soften down into the shoulder and the ear. If it feels good for you, you can release the other arm, so releasing that left arm, and then seeing if you can take it all the way up, and then take it behind your back. See if you can touch the top of your right thigh. Beautiful. Opening that shoulder out. That's the goal. That's where we're aiming to go for. But don't worry if you can't go there. Just ease into it, and certainly don't cause any pain. One more breath in here. And exhale, release the arm up, bring it all the way back down. And we come back to our hands and knees. Beautiful. Little gentle sway from side to side into the hips and maybe into the shoulders. And then we're going to take that left arm out this time and release the left shoulder, left ear down to the floor. Lovely. So again, you can keep the hand pressed down on the right side if that feels good. Or if you want to, you can take the arm up and wrap it around the back. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Well done, everyone. Inhaling and exhaling. That looks marvellous. One more breath in here. And then exhale. We're going to release the hand and then come all the way back up to your hands and knees. Take the knees nice and wide apart. And just draw your hips back. And we're going to sit down into our child pose for a moment, Balasana. Allow the forehead to come to the floor and soften your breathing down. Let go of the arms and the wrists. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Just as we soften into that breath, see if you can maybe draw yourself down towards the floor a little bit more. Gorgeous. And then one more breath in. We're going to come back to hands and knees. Gently tuck under with your toes and bring yourself up into your first downward facing dog. We're going to ease the heels away. So one heel comes down, the other one lifts, and the knee bends. And we're just going to press back as far as we can with the hips. Back and up, scooping the belly in, and find a little anterior pelvic tilt. So a little bit of pressing the bottom up and back, almost as if we're in cow pose. Begin to draw your chest a little bit closer towards your thighs. Gorgeous. One more breath in here, and then on the exhale, we're going to gently just walk up to the top of the mat. Lovely. And just be folded over in Uttanasana for a moment. So just releasing yourself down. Take a really lovely, generous bend through those knees. Maybe clasping behind the back of the knees with the hands and the arms. Or you might want to hold the back of the ankles. Gorgeous. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Forehead is coming towards those knees. Beautiful. One more breath in. Release the hands. Press the palms of the hands down just in front of your feet. And then see if you can begin to straighten the legs a little bit. Draw the belly in nice and tight. Beautiful. And then we're going to come up nice and slowly. So I want you to draw your belly in. Really draw the head in and the chin comes to the chest. And then slowly begin to stack up until we come all the way up. Really unfold the body. And then when we get to the top, I want you to draw the shoulders back and begin to lift the arms up. Gorgeous. Arms come all the way up. Palms of the hands press together. And we're bringing the head back to the centre. So we're looking forward, drawing that chin in a little bit. Again, see if you can get those arms up alongside the ears. Draw your belly in and lengthen your tailbone. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Press into the palms of the hands, clasp the hands, and press all the way up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Breath in here, and as we exhale, we're going to take it over to the right side and press out that left hip. Again, a nice stretch through the side body. Breath in here, come back to the centre as we exhale. Inhale and lift, and then exhale over to the left. Beautiful. Inhale as we press out that right hip, and then exhale back to the centre. Release the hands, allow them to come all the way down. Beautiful. And then we're going to come to the middle of the mat and just find your mountain pose. Good. Well done, everyone. So, pressing firmly down into the feet. We're going to take a moment just to rock yourselves a little bit forwards and back. Just find the centre of your equilibrium. There we go. Maybe side to side. Might be that you carry a little bit heavier on one side. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. So we're going to squeeze the calf muscles, squeeze the bottom, squeeze the thighs. Draw those kneecaps up very slightly. Lengthen through your tailbone and draw your belly in. The chest is lifted, the crown of the head is lifted. Beautiful. Arms just either dangling close by, or you might want to kind of bring a little bit more energy to those hands as you lift through the crown of the head. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Take a nice breath in, arms come up. Exhale, we're going to fold forwards. Take it all the way down, see if you can touch the floor. And then inhale to the half lift. So take your hands to your shins, send your bottom behind you. Lovely. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. And inhale, lift the arms all the way up to the ceiling, palms together, and bring them down to your heart center. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold forwards, nice and gently. Touch the floor and then take the hands to the shins as you breathe in and lengthen your back. Lovely. So really find that space between the top of the head and the tailbone. Breath in here and exhale, release all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, slowly come up. Arms out to the sides, palms together, and down to your heart center. Beautiful. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, fold forwards. Gorgeous. Inhale to the shins. Lengthen your spine and exhale, Uttanasana, nose towards the knees. Inhale, arms come out, all the way up, palms together down to your heart center. Really nice. Take the feet just a little bit wider, so maybe so they're about 10 to 12 inches apart. So just take a moment here. We're going to breathe in, lift the arms up. Exhale, we're going to bend the knees, gently release down. So the knees are a little bit wider this time. You'll feel a slightly different stretch into the legs. Take the hands behind, press into the palms of the hands and see if you can lift your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Nose is coming to the knees. You've got a lovely generous bend through the knees. Breath in here, exhale, release. Allow the hands to brush against the floor, and then I want you to really press your bottom away behind you and bring the arms up alongside your ears. Press firmly down into your legs and then use the strength of your legs to take you up. Nice. Reach up nice and tall and exhale, release. Inhaling up. Gorgeous. Keep those arms nice and wide apart. Draw your shoulders away and down from your ears. Beautiful. Tuck your belly in. Exhale, we're going to begin to bend the knees, but squeeze all the muscles of the legs as you come down. Nice and strong for those legs. Hands come behind. We're going to change the clasp of the hands this time. And then see if you can lift those arms and hands up to the ceiling as you bring the nose towards the knees. But we're really very strong through those legs. Almost feel the lower abdominals coming through the thighs, if that makes sense. Breathe in and breathe out. One more breath in here. Release the hands slowly. Allow the fingertips to brush your mat, and then bend the knees a little bit more generously and send your tailbone away. So this pelvic tilt again. Bring the arms alongside the ears, strong through the legs, and then press up. All the way up. Oh, that feels quite strong through the legs, and then release the hands. Gorgeous. We're going to take it a little bit wider apart now. Breath in here. So we're around about 4 feet or so apart. Bring the arms out. Lovely. Take a breath in here. We're going to hitch in one side and then hitch the other side. So hitch in here and just allow the arm to softly come down. Almost imagine you've got a broomstick running through your sleeves. See how far you can go. Breath in here, come all the way back up to the centre. Inhale deeply as we hitch first before we go anywhere. So draw that hip in and then begin to bring the arm down. Lovely, nice strongness through those arms. Imagining someone's pulling you in 2 directions. Breath in here and exhale back to the centre. Release your arms. Gentle rotation through those shoulders. Nice. So the legs can come just a little bit further apart if that feels good. And then turn your right toe towards that right wall. Nice. Bring your hips back to the centre. Squeeze firmly through those legs. So nice straight legs, really nice and strong. Breath in, arms are going to come out to the side. Find that hitch in first. So hitch into your hip first. And then we're going to gently release the hand down. Allow it to come wherever it wants to go. Other arm reaches up and we look up towards the hand. Now remember, if it feels too strong, you can release a little bit, maybe lift up to create some space through your lungs. Or you might want to come a little bit deeper if that feels good for you. Breathe in. I want you to be able to breathe freely. And breathe out. If you're looking up to the hand, tuck your chin in a little bit. And then I want you to draw the arm back towards the back of the room as much as you can. So we're opening the chest. And also we're drawing that hip back as well on that side. One more breath in here. Lovely, well done. And we come all the way back to the centre, release. The other foot comes forwards. Nice. Take your hands to the hips for a moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. And close the eyes. And just notice the effects on the body of Trikonasana, triangle pose. As you breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. So we're going to take it across to the other side now. So the left toes turn towards that left wall. You might find you want to widen your stance a little bit more if it feels comfortable, but there's no pressure to do so if it doesn't. Okay, take a breath in, bring those arms out, hips are facing forwards. Draw your shoulders together a little bit at the back here as well. Turning the head as we look towards that left hand, we're going to begin to hitch. So draw that waist inwards, almost pressing and bearing down into that inner thigh. Beautiful. And then when you feel you can go no further, just release the arm down and the back one comes all the way up. Gorgeous. Well done, everybody. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. And of course you have that choice to either look up towards the hand if it feels good for you, tucking in the chin, or you can look down towards the foot if you find balance can sometimes be a little challenge. Of course you can stay in the middle if that feels right for your neck too. Lovely. I want you to work on drawing this hand back a little bit. Beautiful. And also drawing the hip on that side back a bit. Notice what it's doing within your body. See if you can come a little bit deeper. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. One more breath in. We're going to lift and the hands come back. Foot comes forwards. Close the eyes for a moment. Just take the hands to the hips. And again, just notice what's going on through the body. Notice how it feels. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to just flicker open those eyes again, lift the crown of the head, turning that foot towards the right wall again. We're going to come into our Virabhadrasana 2 pose now, Warrior 2. So I want you to step out with the other foot, take it back a little bit further. And if you need to creep the legs apart a bit more, then do so. Just remember, as you come down, you need to make sure you can still see your toes. So wherever you are, just make sure that as you bend down, bend with that knee, you can still see the big toe just over the top of the knee. I also want you to focus on this front leg for a moment and just notice where it sits. So for me, I've got a bit of a rotation on this side. The line of my thigh kind of comes inwards a little bit. So what I need to do often is to just turn my knee outwards a fraction, and that just takes it back a little bit straighter and increases that stretch into the inner thigh. Okay, so straighten your leg again. We're going to take a breath in, bring those hips back to the centre. Level through those hips. Bring the arms up. Really nice. We're going to look towards that right hand, and then as we exhale, begin to gently bend the knee. Nice and steady though. Feel strong through your feet. Beautiful. Try not to claw with the toes, but try to just find a lovely connection into your feet. Check your back arm, make sure it's not dropped. Breathe in and breathe out. I want you to draw your belly in and just see if you can draw this left hip back a fraction, while at the same time just lowering your tailbone. So almost beginning to scoop your tailbone under a little bit. Really nice. Well done, everybody. Nice form. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. One more breath in here. And we're going to straighten that front leg, release the hands and bring the foot back to the front. Again, just taking hands to the hips if that feels good. Close the eyes for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, just allowing the work from Virabhadrasana 2 to settle into the body for a moment before we move over to the other side. We're going to now move and take that foot, point it towards the left wall. Again, you might want to step the feet out a little bit further. Bringing that back heel out just a fraction more. We're lovely and straight through that back leg. Bring the hips to the front and release those arms. Soften your shoulders though. Allow the shoulders to be really nice and released from your ears. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to bend that knee. Stay nice and in the middle of your body as well. Take your gaze to the middle fingernail of that left hand. And then just breathe in and breathe out. Keep drawing your belly in. Keep gently lengthening into your tailbone, so almost scooping under with your pelvis so that we're not kind of lordosing and sticking our bottom out. We're drawing the bottom down a little bit more. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Strong through those arms. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Gorgeous. One more breath in here. And on the exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, release the hands, come down. We'll just turn those toes in again. So we're going to take the toes, just turn them inwards a little bit more. Hands come to the hips, and we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So I want you to just take a moment to ease yourself down to around about halfway to begin with. Now notice what goes on through the legs. You might want to straighten the legs a little bit more. Or if it's not feeling great for you, maybe connect into the knee muscles, the muscles all around the knee, and really draw up the hips a little bit higher and maybe have a gentle bend through that knee. Now, if it feels good halfway and you're not pulling into your back, then you can release the hands down and take the hands all the way down towards the floor. And you might find that you want to heel toe those feet out a little bit more. Give yourselves a bit more space through the hips. Allow the head to release. Keep drawing your belly in. This protects the abdominals. Breathe in and breathe out. And for those of you that might want to extend a little bit into it, you can walk the hands back until they come between the feet. And maybe, if you've got that flexibility, you might want to bring the head all the way down towards the floor. But only if you feel that that's where you want to go today. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale and exhale. Gorgeous. One more breath in here. And as we exhale, if you've got your hands in the middle, you might want to walk them forwards a little bit. Heel toe those feet in until they come completely together this time. So bring the heels and the toes all the way in. Beautiful. Still got the hands on the floor if your hands are down there. Bend the knees, send your bottom away at the back. Gorgeous. We're going to come up in that lovely way where we stack through the spine. So bring the hands to the shins. Draw your belly in, draw your chin in, and then press up through the legs, stacking up through your vertebrae. All the way up, and then when you get to the top, open the chest, open the arms, bring those arms all the way up again. Palms together and down to your heart centre. Beautiful. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Really nice. We're going to take the weight over onto our right leg now, and come into the tree pose of our choice. So we might want to be on the floor, we might want to take it to the calf, or we might want to come up to the groin. It's your choice. Breathe in and breathe out. Find your drishti, so find that place where you can just rest your gaze. But the crown of the head is lifted, so we're lifting nice and tall through the body. Lovely. Squeeze your standing leg. And if you've got the foot up, press it firmly into the calf muscle or into the groin, wherever you are. Palms of the hands are really pressing firmly together, a lovely opening through those collarbones. We take a breath in, and if it feels good, arms come up high, beautiful. You can open the hands if that feels good. Just make sure you draw your shoulders away from your ears, and you maybe broaden them a little bit. But remember, here is okay if you want to keep the hands at the heart centre. Breathe in and breathe out. Strong through the pose as we lift up and out of those hips. See if you can expand the chest. Don't worry if you wobble or fall, you just get back in again. Focus on your mind. If you do find you have judgmental thoughts, try and think about why that is. Why do we judge ourselves so much? Breathe in and breathe out. One more nice big breath in. Bring palms of the hands together and draw the hands down to the heart centre. Release. Ooh, that's a good one. Nice and gently, just let go of those feet for a minute. Maybe a little shake through the legs as well. Nice. So we're going to take a breath in, come back into our mountain pose. Really lengthen and extend through the body. Strong in your mountain pose as you feel expansion through the chest and grounding down into the floor. Nice. Take a breath in, arms come up. Palms together, and then bring them down to your heart centre. Take it over to the left side this time and make your choice about where you want to be. Wherever you are, again, revisit all those cues. So nice and strong into that standing leg. Try not to press back too much with your knee though. Keep a little connection in your knee, maybe kneecaps lifted a fraction. Squeeze your legs and your bottom. Draw the belly in. Nice and level through your pelvis. Nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Find that point of concentration and then lift the crown of your head. Beautiful. Shoulders drawing down. Take a breath in here, and then when you feel ready, and if you feel ready, take the arms overhead, but only if that works for you. If you want to, you can open up the arms. So again, lots of options. Arms can be open. You can have them out to the side if that feels better. Breathe in and breathe out. So stay connected with your breathing. Notice how when the body is working hard to support itself and thinking about all the different cues that we've got going on, how the mind can begin to quieten and turn inwards. Remember to drop any judgments you might have. Remember to congratulate yourself for showing up and being here. One more breath in. We're going to bring the palms of the hands together and then draw the hands down to your heart centre. Release. Well done, everyone. Nice breath in. And we're going to come down to the floor. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and come down without using our hands. Unless we have anything going on. So if anything doesn't feel right, then you can bring the hands down, of course. But we're going to try to just cross over and lower ourselves down. So just see how you go with this. But if you do need to protect yourself by putting hands down, please do. I mean, you can fall a little bit if you're okay with it. But okay, so we're just going to bend those knees, come down cross-legged, see how far down we can go, and then release down. I always do a bit of a collapse. That is a test they do with people when they get a little bit older about getting up and down. And if you can get up from the floor and down from the floor without using your hands, it's like a really good show of your kind of strength. So I'm going to be bringing that in a little bit more. I can't do it very well. I do it as well as I can for the moment. But hopefully we can improve on that and start to find it a little bit easy with that strength. But it comes from having strength through the legs. So we're just going to take a moment here just to transition onto our back. So bring your legs all the way around. And let's just bring ourselves down and hug those knees in nice and tightly. That should feel nice through the lower back. Take a gentle rock from side to side. Maybe draw some circles. You might want to take the legs up into the air. Wherever you want to go for the moment, just finding a nice bit of movement through your body. Beautiful. And we're going to just take those feet down to the floor. Pop the hands underneath the bottom and lengthen away the legs. Beautiful. Take a lovely point through those toes. Squeeze the muscles of your legs and draw your knees together. Beautiful. Breath in here, and as we exhale, gently pick up the head and look down towards your toes. We're going to move into Matsyasana, but remember, if you need to rest through this, that's okay too. We're going to come up onto our forearms. Lovely. Open through the chest and begin to dome your chest up, as if someone's pressing a foot up into your shoulder blades. And then allow the head to gently come back, and either the back of the head or the top of the head will come to the mat. So find what works for you. But if the head doesn't want to come to the mat, then take a little rest and lower yourselves down. Breathe in and breathe out. Firmly pointing away with those toes, squeezing the belly in. See if you can extend that lift into the chest just a little bit more. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. One more breath in here. And on the exhale, we're going to press all the weight into those forearms, pick up the head and gently release down. And just take some lovely cleansing breaths in and out. Just releasing and just allowing the body to soften and quieten down for a moment. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. Really nice. And then we're going to take a breath in, just pick up the right knee and draw it nice and close in towards your body, pressing away into your left heel. We're just going to pop it on top of the thigh on the opposite side and bring your left arm around. Right arm is going to reach out to the side and anchor down your shoulder. Breath in here as we gently draw the knee across the body towards the left, finding a lovely twist through the waist. So almost imagining you've got an elastic band between your hip and your shoulder. See if you can ease that hip away. So we're creating space through that right side of the body. And then just gently turning the head, find that glance towards your right hand. Lovely. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale. And then one more breath in, and on your exhale, bring the knee all the way back up to the centre. We're going to hug it in nice and tightly, and just pick up the forehead, See if you can bring your nose up to your knee, but again, no worries if not. Pressing firmly into that left heel. Breath in here, and as we exhale, we're going to release the head down and send your right leg away nice and long. Excuse me. Take a breath in as you draw that left knee in this time. Hug it in a little bit. And then just pop the foot on top of the thigh. This time right hand reaches around your knee, left one reaches away nice and long. Take a breath in. As we exhale, draw that knee all the way over, finding that lovely twist. Remember your elastic band. See if you can stretch that elastic band from the hip all the way up to the shoulder. And we're looking towards that left hand. Nice and gentle in the neck. Both shoulders connected into your mat. And pressing away into that right foot as well. So we've got a lovely connection in the right leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in and out. As we just soften into it. And then one more breath in. Bring the knee all the way back up to the centre. Hug it in nice and tightly. Level your hips. And then pick up your forehead, seeing if you can bring that nose up towards the knees, pressing firmly away into your right leg. Or just one more breath in here. As we exhale, just releasing and allowing that leg to come away. Beautiful. So we're going to move into our relaxation space now. So if any of you want to and you need to maybe have a little bit of a stretch and move around before you come down, feel free to do so. Maybe stretching into the lower back. You might want to pop your blanket on top of your eye pillow. You may want to keep those knees bent and protect your lower back a little bit. The arms can either come out to the side, or you might want to just place the hands on the belly and notice the breathing, finding that rise and fall through the belly. Very nice. Once you feel nice and comfortable, just begin to let go of the muscles through the body and allow everything to soften down. Really nice. Well done. Well done everybody today. Nice work. Breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. And we just take a moment to release any tension through the feet and the ankles, and the lower legs and the thighs. And just letting go of the bottom and the hips and the pelvis. Lovely. And we release the lower back down to the floor, just knowing that we're fully supported by the earth. We let go of the belly and we allow the shoulders just to maybe roll down a little bit. Just let go. Feel that beautiful opening through the front of the heart centre. And just releasing the arms and the hands. And letting go of all the muscles around the head. And just finding a lovely lightness through the face. As we breathe in and out, just letting go of any tension, any remaining tension, any areas where we might be feeling it. Almost visualizing it all draining away into the ground. Beautiful, just inhaling and exhaling. And just for a moment, I want you to visualize the colour blue. Maybe visualize it surrounding the body, just bringing a healing light to your body. Just feel as if you're softly suspended piece, and I'm going to come round with a little bit of lavender and eucalyptus oil, just before I bring you back into awareness. Lovely, and gently we're going to begin to deepen our breathing. I'm just noticing any sounds that we might be able to hear outside of the hall or inside the hall. Noticing any thoughts that come to the mind. Lovely, and we're very gently going to begin to move the fingers and the toes. Just bringing a little bit of energy into the hands, waking up the prana and the life force in our body. Really nice. And then just take a moment to move the arms and the legs a little bit more. Maybe rub the palms of the hands together, and maybe just very gently placing them over the eyes, removing the eye pillows if you've got them, and just allowing the eyes to softly open up into that darkness before spreading the fingers and allowing that lovely sunlight to come in. Really nice. And you can move around in a way that feels good for you. So you might want to bring your knees into the chest. You might want to take the knees from side to side, or take a lovely stretch overhead. Really nice. And then in your own time, just bringing yourself into a nice comfortable seated position. Nice. So let's lift nice and tall through the crown of the head. Find that comfortable seat. And then let's just take the right ear over to the right shoulder. Find a gentle stretch through the neck as we lift nice and tall. And then draw the chin in. Relaxing your shoulders. And then bring that head all the way back to the centre. And then take it over to the other side. So left ear comes to the left shoulder. Lovely gentle stretch into the side of the neck. As we then just draw the chin in, and notice where the stretch moves a little bit across the back. And then bring your head back to the centre and allow the chin to gently come down onto the chest as we lengthen through the back of the neck. Nice, breathing in and breathing out. Really lovely. And then let's just bring the head back to the centre, hands come into your heart centre, closing the eyes again if it feels good for you. And then today's mantra from the cards that I've picked: I'm grateful for Mother Nature and all she provides. But remember, you can also use this time just to give yourself your own positive affirmation or your positive mantra. Maybe something you want to take into your weekend. Really nice. Take a breath in. We're going to bring the hands up to the forehead. Think kind and loving thoughts about ourselves and about others. Bring it to the lips and speak with kindness and the truth. And take it to the heart and have a kind, open and loving heart. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, everybody. Lovely class. Well done. Lovely. So thank you for joining me. And thank you at home as well. I'll just switch the feed off. Hope you all have a lovely weekend. Take care.